I'm the main artist for Top Dog Beach Club, the only artist, in fact. I'm joined by Ambo. Do you want to introduce yourself, Ambo?
Yeah, I'm Ambo and I'm Art Botas on Twitter. And yeah, I'm here to draw a Top Dog Beach Club.
Ambo's an amazing artist. I hope you've checked out her work on the tweets we've been putting out there. It really is beautiful. And another amazing artist we've got with us today is Rachel. She's actually having some technical difficulties, so we'll get her up and running as quickly as we can. So we'll look forward to hearing from her shortly. So the reason we're here today is we are raising money for a very, very worthy charity. She's the First is an amazing charity, and it's for girls across the world. And they believe that every girl has the right to an education. And they're in over 200 countries across the world. 200 practitioners in 15 countries across the world. So they're really widespread, and it's for an amazing cause. And that's why we have female artists today. The auction is live. The auction is going to be for the original Top Dog Beach Club NFTs, along with the original pieces that we're going to be doing today. So for me, it's an oil painting, and Ambo and Rachel are going to be doing digital pieces as well, which they're going to print and sign and send to you if you are the winner of that auction. So get bidding now. It's an amazing cause. So we're just going to kind of sit here, have a chat, just kind of keep it natural, and just do a bit of painting. We're not necessarily going to finish in the time. We'll go up to an hour. We'll see how it goes, and we'll just kind of have a chat and maybe talk you through the process. If you guys have got any questions, you can just throw them our way. It's going to be a bit hard for me, I think, to talk and then paint this way, but we'll figure it out. This is the first time I've done this, so bear with us. Okay, so Ambo, do you want to start by sort of telling us a little bit about yourself and your art and your background, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've been drawing all my life basically, and lately I'm focusing mostly on comics and comic art, which is my main field in the NFT world. And when I first started, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, because I saw that NFTs mostly were like very kitschy and glitch and gifs all over the place. But I thought I would give it a go, and so far so good. I'm having a lot of fun. If you know me or know my art, you know that I'm all about teenage angst, like drama all over the place. But I also have some stuff that is not that dramatic. So um, today I'm gonna be doing something that I'm not very used to doing, because I'm gonna draw this dog, and I can't draw animals for my life. And I'm gonna try my best, because I feel like this is a very, very good cause. And this is my first time doing something for a charity, actually. So I'm very excited about it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this today. And yeah, I've seen your art online. I'm a huge fan. I think it's really amazing. It's really edgy and cool. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and do that. We have just made a 10K donation in USD to She's the First, which is going to go along with the proceeds that we make today from the art, just to let you know. Okay, so as you can see, Ambo is showing her screen, so you can see the digital art that she's going to be doing. I've got mine here. Should we do some painting?
Sure.
Awesome.
I don't even know how you're doing this, because it's like, oh my god, oil, it's such a difficult medium, and you're doing it live. Oh my god, you should get the money.
I'm just going to do my best. I'm not going to finish. I haven't painted oils in quite a while. So, what could go wrong? Probably a lot, really. So I've already sort of, I don't know if you can see this, guys, probably not. I've already done an outline of the dog and put a base coat on here. So Just full disclosure, in case you can't see the outline, you think I'm some sort of genius, there is one there. I'm not just doing this freehand. I've already pre-mixed quite a few paints in these professional cups, as you can see. I haven't got an easel, so this is kind of stacked up with books behind it. But yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And I have to say about my thing is that my lines are super messy. Like my pose is so bad, but I think it's part of my charm. So I'm just gonna wing it. Like I don't care if my lines are so messed up. Like I guess someone is going to like it the way it is.
Of course they are. Paul just told me that Paul is the dev on our team, Top Dog Beach Club, but he's kind of doing all of the technical stuff behind the scenes. He just told me that Simon Wan is with us. Here he is. Hi Simon, nice to see you. Amazing artist. He's got his own derivative collection from Top Dog Beach Club that is on auction. I believe that finished today, Simon. Is that still going? To find out whether that's over yet or not. But Simon did some pictures of the different packs, because at Top Dog Beach Club we have different packs, and they'll eventually be battling against each other to sort of dominate the island. And he's done one of each pack and really given them personality. I don't know if you've seen Simon's art, but he does like uses Sharpies and he kind of throws them all over the floor every time he does them. It's amazing.
I think I've seen it before. Like it sounds familiar, the Sharpie thing.
Yeah, he's so funny. There's a few hours left on his auction. That's amazing. So yeah, go ahead and check that out, because honestly, it's really cool art. So when I'm painting here with the red as the base, the red sort of shows through a bit and kind of merges in with the paint that I've got. And, you know, I kind of like that. I like that you can see through and it's all going to have a base of red, and then you can kind of build up the paint over the top of that.
I was actually going to ask you about the colors. Like you're doing the NFT just with the same colors and everything, or you're going to change something?
No, I'm just going to keep it the same, but I think I'm going to do it all sort of a little bit more artistic, you know, kind of let the paint move a little bit more, kind of keep it a little bit looser, so you can definitely see that it's a painting and not just copy it exactly.
All right.
I know you're planning on adding some new features, aren't you? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I have this dog, but since it's I forgot the word. Like I'm going to keep the original base, but I'm going to change the colors and I'm going to add some things that you can see in my art a lot. Maybe someone already knows what I'm talking about, but maybe should I keep it like a surprise or just say it?
It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going not to say it right now, but you will see.
We'll have to wait and see. So would you say it's a kind of fast process for you? Do you think that how long does it take you to do a piece usually? I imagine this is going to be a bit quicker than usual, because your pieces are always so detailed, aren't they? And animated as well.
Yeah, like usually it takes me I have to think about the last one I did. I think that day I was very inspired and I had a lot of time to draw, so it took me like 5 hours to finish the drawing, or 6 hours or something like that. And then it took me like 3 hours or something to add the animation. But because I struggle a lot with animation since I'm new to this world, like I still don't know how to animate some stuff to make it look real. And for example, the fog you get in the winter when it's very, very cold. Oh, that is there. Yay.
Oh, amazing. Rachel's here.
It worked.
Hello, I figured it out.
Yay.
Hi Rachel, thanks for joining us. Are you going to just use this one screen and kind of hold up what you're doing every now and then?
I would like to get it working, but I think that might be the only option at this
Yeah.
point.
We're happy that you've got the one screen.
I don't know if anyone can actually. There we go. So I've just got my base.
Awesome.
Oh, but it
there.
looks so cool.
Good.
Oh my god. I thought I had to do it look exactly the same. So that's why I'm doing like tracing everything and
Yeah.
I will make it look cool with all my
Rachel, do you want to introduce yourself and just say a little bit about who you are and your artwork and sort of your background, maybe?
Yeah, so my name is Rachel, but my art name, I guess, is Bat Batsuto, or everyone calls me Bat. But yeah, I just like to draw. I use a lot of black and white and just like organic line work. I'm really messy and sketchy. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this. Top dog. So yeah, I tried to get my screen sharing to work, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'll just hold up my iPad every now and then and show you guys how it's going.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing this. I don't know if you guys have checked out Rachel's work, but it is absolutely stunning. It's all black and white and it's so detailed. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you'll do today.
And it's so intense.
Quite the challenge, sort of multitasking, painting and talking at the same time. Can you guys hear me when I'm like facing this way?
Yep.
I also have to show you all that my background on my iPad is actually
Oh my
Amber's work
God.
that I bought on hand. So I've had that as my background since I bought that.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's so
I'm
nice.
jealous.
It's so cool. I love it.
And
I
you
love
know
your work.
what? You got the only edition of that work because you bought that one and then I burned it. So
did you burn it? Oh my gosh.
No one else is getting
That's
that.
awesome.
It's
No one.
only
I'm
yours.
not selling it. It's mine.
All right.
So when did you buy that? Have you had that a while, or did you buy it since you knew you were going to be on the show?
I've had that for a while. That was when Ambo first made Hen, I think. It was one of your first pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just bought that right away.
So you guys have this sort of history already. Did you know each other already?
I actually found her. I don't even know how, but when I saw her art, I was like, "Oh, you like drawing messed up girls, like very who look like they just got out of a fight." And I do the same, but with boys, So I was like, we complement each other, and it was love at first sight, and everything. I'm very happy.
You two were actually recommended to me by CryptoPom.
Oh,
I don't know whether I told you that, but I asked her if she knew anybody, and you two, were the ones that she said.
The story with Pom is so crazy because, like, ever since I got in the NFT world, one of the reasons I started doing NFTs, like believing that I have at a place in the community, was because I found Pom, and she's a comic artist too, and I was like, okay, I think I can do this too. And when she found me, it was crazy. Like I was, how do you say it? Over the moon or something like that?
Yeah. So what happened then? She found you, like she saw your artwork and she promoted you.
Yeah, she followed me and she was like, "Oh, this girl is like super cool. Look at her go!" And I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, Pom's awesome.
She's so nice. I contacted her like when I first joined the space. I contacted a couple of people just to ask them some advice on something because I saw that she was a woman in the space and had this idea. And obviously a lot of people didn't get back to me. I maybe contacted about 3 people, 4 people. And she did, and she's such a big name. And I kind of didn't realise at the time how big she was, I don't think. And she's just so helpful and willing to help anybody. And, I was like, just a total beginner. She didn't look at my number of followers and think, oh, well, I'm not going to not going to respond to that. She's such a just genuinely nice person. And then when we started Top Dog, she kind of was the first person to support our project as well. So she helped get us off the ground in that way by tweeting about us.
But that's so cool. Like, she's everywhere, basically. Like, she's supporting everything and promoting new artists all the time. It's really, really, I really admire her. I think she's a very, very nice person and someone to look up to. Abby, can I do something with my dog? Like, I'm doing this line art, and I'm thinking of adding some details later. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just remember it's going to go as a pair with the actual NFT that's on auction. As long as it resembles it somehow, you can jazz it up a little bit. Of course you can.
all right.
Now, we've got a question, guys, that's been displayed on the screen. I don't know if anybody's got an answer to that. And it starts with
Oh, goodness.
I was super focused. Like, I don't know what you said.
There's a question on the screen. So, as amazing female artists, well, thank you very much, in the NFT community, how are you feeling about the events of the last 24 hours, particularly regarding Fame Ladies and their full team being outed as men impersonating women?
Really?
Did you not know?
I didn't know. Like, oh my God, I'm so busy. Like, if you know me from Twitter or Discord or something, you know that I'm doing a lot of things, and I'm studying, I'm working, I'm doing a comic. And this past days, I'm trying to get more a bigger audience on my social media, like Instagram and TikTok. So I've been focusing on that, and I haven't been doing so much with the NFT community, but I didn't know this. I'm learning about this.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and it all just kicked off kind of 3 hours before I woke up, and I had to ask everyone what was going on. And everybody's really, obviously people are losing out on a lot of money, but more than that, I think they just feel betrayed, that they were supporting a good cause.
Exactly.
And, we've just been totally, betrayed by, I don't know why we would do that. Well, I know why somebody would do that, obviously to get the money. But I think it's hurt a lot of people. Did you know about it?
Yeah, I did. I saw Haley talking about it. Yeah, I don't get too involved in like the collectibles side of things. But I think since that came out, it's put me off even more than I already was put off. But it's opened up a lot of...
Sorry, carry on.
Oh, I was just saying it's opened up a lot of discussion about transparency, and it's sort of opened up a lot of people's eyes to how you do have to look into the projects that you're buying into as well, because I think a lot of people just blindly, they see the FOMO and then they just blindly buy into it. So I think there's some really good discussions happening right now that'll change the way things are done.
Absolutely. I mean, we're all about openness and transparency, and I think a lot of other people are doing that now. A lot of other projects, like World of Women, for example. I know that they've done shows as well. We went on NFT Culture. That was our first show. They were just such amazing guys. We loved that. We recommended for them to go on there, and they went on there as well and find that they had the same experience. Such great guys. It's really nice being interviewed by them. So yeah, like we've actually seen them ourselves as well on camera and said hi. So you kind of know who you're talking to, you know who's behind the project. I think that's so important to people. I think the days of people being anonymous are probably coming to an end, really, if you want any trust, particularly others.
And in a space like this, I think that you cannot be anonymous anymore, especially when you deal with art and the rights to your art and money.
Yeah.
Like, this is serious business.
Yeah, that was... one of the weirdest things about joining the crypto space for me was just the fact that all the transactions and all your wallets and stuff, like anyone can go into them and see what transactions have been made and how much you've got in the wallet and things like
Yeah.
that. So, there's a lot of people out there that are very good detectives. So, you can only hide for so long.
Yeah, people were asking me to share my wallet address and stuff when I first joined. I was like, excuse me, I would not be doing that.
That's right. And all the scams that are around, like, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Have to be very, very careful.
Okay, I think I've just been working on the eyes. Whoop, you can see that.
Oh my god.
That's
That's
so
amazing.
nice. So cute.
But I always start with the eyes. I don't know why, they're just the most fun to draw.
It's so good. Yeah, mine's coming together. It's gonna take a while.
I was drawing the wrong layer.
Oh god, I hate that so much.
Ah,
Oh, it's the worst thing.
story of my life.
You just nailed it, and then you're like, I did it all on the wrong layer.
Yeah. I did like this gray lines, and then I erased the whole thing, and I was like, okay, this is definitely not the layer.
If there's not a meme for that, we should make one.
A lot of the times I just work on one layer because I find layers overwhelming.
That's really cool.
So I'll just have one layer that's like my base sketch, and then I'll just start drawing over it and erasing the base.
Before I used to do that too, but then when I tried to make my art look like cleaner or something, I started using the different layers. Yeah.
It is kind of freeing to just use the one layer though. I have tried that, but then I think, oh yeah, this is genius. Why did I do this to start with? And then I want to change something, and I'm like, oh, probably should have had that on another layer. So the biggest mistake I make every time is not doing more layers, even though it complicates life massively. What are you guys using to actually then? Because I just use Photoshop usually when I'm doing digital stuff, and I've got this Wacom tablet. I got years ago. It's an older model.
So old school.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Wacom too. This one. The bamboo. It's super bad. Like it even is like a hand-me-down. It's not even mine. Someone gave it to me.
Are you actually drawing on your screen, Rachel? Have you actually drawing on that iPad screen?
Yeah, I just use the iPad Pro on Procreate.
Yeah.
So I just draw it directly on the screen. I can't do it on the little tablets. I have to see it.
I thought I wouldn't be able to do it before I tried it, but you just get used to it like anything else, don't you? I'd like to try it your way now. I bet it's cool. So I use Photoshop. Amber, what are you using?
Photoshop.
Ah, awesome. I always wonder, like, what it would be like to use Illustrator or something, or what the difference is, because I don't think I really know the difference, to be honest.
Oh, I don't really know how to use Illustrator for my life. Like, I have no idea how to use that. Vectors and stuff like that, no, not my thing. So when you first told me that I had to do this, like, I thought I had to use Illustrator, and I freaked out.
No, you can do whatever you want to do, just like do it the way that you do it.
I was so scared.
So you guys did you do art at university, or where did you trained or anything like that?
I'm an art school dropout twice. Like No, not twice. Oh yeah, twice. I was in fine arts, like the degree, and I dropped out after 3 months. And then I did a very short course on children illustration, and I didn't learn a thing there right away because the teacher was very, very, I don't know, I didn't like him and he didn't like me. And then I started this thing here that we have in Spain that it's like college. I think it's like school that gets you ready for working professionally, but it's not a university.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I went for illustration and I dropped out again after 3 months.
So what made you do that? Was it just a structured approach wasn't working for you? You wanted to do your own thing, or?
No, one thing is because I didn't have money to pay for it. And
Um,
the second thing it was because I felt like I wasn't really learning anything and I really needed the money because I had to pay rent and stuff like that, so I had to quit. And I was
yeah.
sad in a way, but then I also was relieved. But yeah, everything I've learned, I've done on my own.
That's awesome. I mean, look where you are now.
What thing?
So look where you are now. I kind of love stories like that are less traditional. You know, you kind of found your own way and you've kind of been through a struggle, but look where you are now. Like everybody loves your work. You're on foundation. Like
I
it's
You're
know.
my iPad background.
Yay! What about you, Beth?
Yeah.
Did you
Oh, by the
study?
way, we've got some bibs on our art here, 0.21 ETH on some of them. So it's going well, guys. Keep painting, keep drawing.
Yay!
Sorry, Bat, what did you say? Tell us a bit about your background. Art-wise.
Oh, I'm mostly self-taught. I did when I left high school. I left high school a year earlier, and there was sort of a lot of pressure, I think, to not be like considered a high school dropout or something like that. So I felt a lot of pressure to go to art school, so I ended up doing a 1-year full-time course in animation and video.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, but I was like 17 years old and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it just ended up by the end of it, it was like a lot of pressure just to finish the course, so I wasn't attending as much, but I did finish it and I learned a lot of really valuable things. But I just didn't continue on with art school after that.
Again, look where you are now. You don't have to do like a 4-year art
Yeah.
to be a successful artist.
Did you study something related to art, Abby?
No, actually, when I was at school, I didn't even take it. When I was at school, I didn't choose it because I was like, oh, I can't draw.
No.
I was one of those people, and I kind of became an English teacher, and I got my first house with my boyfriend, who's now my husband, and we wanted some artwork for the wall. And I just couldn't find anything within our very low budget that I wanted. And then I saw something that I quite liked, and I thought maybe I can try and paint something like that. So I always have these like mad ideas all the time. I always think I can do these crazy things. And this one I couldn't do at the time, but I learned eventually. Actually, I got whatever I could find in the house just to try. So for some reason, I can't remember why, my auntie had bought me this oil paint set from like a yard sale, and I just got some oil paint, a brush, a bit like that. That's not really fit for purpose. It's okay for doing that on a big canvas. I got a piece of printer paper, I was like putting the oil paint on the printer paper, just trying it out, and obviously it's not a good combination. And then I kind of learned from there. It took a good few years, but it's just always been something that I've really loved. And yeah, I never actually thought I'd be able to say the words "I'm an artist," but I'm an artist. I can't believe it.
It's
So
a really
awesome.
good story. I'm also a teacher, by the way.
Are you?
I teach English and Spanish.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's like very random of me. Like you would never imagine that looking at my art and knowing me. Yeah.
Yeah, when you tell people, they say, "Oh, do you teach art then?" Nope. I think it'd probably kill it, wouldn't it? It'd probably kill it if you had to teach art.
Lots of little tiny brushstrokes. I've got a picture of a pug up next to my drawing so I can sort of like see how the fur moves on the face.
That's so cool.
I just love the detail in your work. It's amazing. And you work so
And now I'm
quick.
going to figure out how to draw like a little cigar.
Whoever gets that is going to be happy.
Yes. Sometimes I forget to flip my work for a while as well, and then I flip it and I'm like, oh no, everything's off a little.
What do you mean flip it? Just to like create a mirror image?
Yeah, so if you flip it the other way, you sort of
like-
see it with new eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never done that myself, but I had to do it to a dog the other day, and it was a mirror image, and I was like, "What is this?" It looks so different.
Yeah, because naturally, you sort of draw it slightly one way or the other. So when you flip it, you can see like the drawing is sort of skewed, and then you can skew it back so that it's all even. And I'm left-handed as well, so naturally my stuff sort of leans to the left.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be ambidextrous.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do you say that?
Yeah, ambidextrous. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, are ambidextrous people truly? I mean, do you think you could paint equally as well with both hands, or is it just that you can write well? Or it would be great to be able to use both hands.
Actually,
Oh yeah.
I think you do different stuff depending on the hand you're using. And I remember before dropping out of fine arts, they made us do this thing like we had to train our other hand, like the hand we don't really use that much. And when I drew with my left hand, I had a different style, and it's not that hard to draw actually. So, but I stopped doing it because I'm lazy.
It's not that hard. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
Actually, if you look at because I used to write a lot of handmade cards, and I would do paintings and sign my name on them when I was really little. And if you look at my old stuff from when I was like 4 years old, all of my signed names are backwards. So for some reason, I was writing backwards.
That's so cute.
When I was like 4 years old. Yeah, so strange. I was a weird kid.
I tried to mix up a lot of the paint before we started, but I feel like I'm spending most of my time just mixing paint right now.
It's looking really good.
You just pick out whatever colour you want. You don't have to mix anything.
Yes, no, mixing paint, that's one of the reasons I don't work with real paint.
When I was learning, I bought this whole book on it. I I didn't read all of it, really, but I flipped through. I'm kind of wishing I'd read it now, to be honest.
Now I'm just Googling pictures of cigars.
Ooh.
So that dog that you're drawing, Rachel, it's got a cigar in its mouth already, is it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pop him up. There he is.
Oh yeah, there he is.
So fancy.
I love his little golden nose. It's so cute. Okay.
Wonder how the auction's going. It'd be cool if we could get some, something for the charity. That'd be so awesome. Keep bidding, guys. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but I promise you it will be. Fingers crossed.
It's so weird for me, like being drawing here without any music. Like every time I draw,
Yeah.
I have some music on. So I'm like, everything's so quiet, you know?
I'm actually the opposite. I think I'm really weird because I never listen to music.
Wow.
Yeah, just sometimes I play it and then I pause it and then I forget that I was playing it. I don't know, I just kind of like the silence. Everyone's going to think I'm really weird right now. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I'm not, I don't do music when I draw, but I'm always putting on like a random Netflix show, or I'll put a podcast on. I love true crime podcasts, so I just listen to them while I draw.
I wish I could do that, but I can't focus on podcasts, or like I usually play if it's a show at the back, you know, it's probably anime, and I don't really have to be very focused on it. But I cannot have a TV show or something like that because I get frustrated because I don't know what's going on most of the time.
Yeah.
I think the trick is to maybe watch something that you've seen before. You know, just as background noise, maybe. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I don't know why. When I draw, I can focus really well on audio. So, like, even when I was at school and I would doodle all the time, my teachers knew that if I was doodling, I could listen way better to the lesson. So they would just let me doodle. And then if I wasn't drawing, my mind would just be like wandering, and then I couldn't focus on the lesson. So yeah, that's why I like podcasts and TV shows really help, because then I can focus on some audio and then just draw.
I know a couple of kids like that actually that I was teaching, and yeah, you can kind of learn what people are like, and it kind of like shows that you're a true creative. I think if the art actually just helped you focus on other things.
Sorry.
What's that?
Wrong layer.
Oh, not really. For us, I think it needs to happen. It's like the bane of our life.
It's because I don't know why, but this Photoshop, like on my laptop, it works okay, but here in the iMac, when I, how can I explain it? Okay, I'm gonna try. You know, when this happens, when you move a layer like this, when this computer, it chooses the layer that it's right under the mouse thing.
Yeah.
But on my laptop, it chooses the layer I have selected, even if it's not.
It sounds like it's something to do with your settings. You can obviously lock the layer, can't you? That like background layer. You don't want to keep moving it, but I don't know.
I'm gonna do that.
There'll be a setting in there somewhere. So Rachel, how long have you been in the NFT space for?
I sort of joined during the March, I call it the March Madness, when all the Beeple stuff started going viral. So yeah, I've been in it since about March, April.
I expect you to say longer.
Yeah.
I think, everyone.
Do I look like I know what I'm doing?
You do actually, yeah.
No, I'm just making it up as I go. I actually think everyone is.
Yeah, are we all? Amber, you said that you did a live stream quite a while ago. You say 2009 or something. Does that mean you've been in the NFT space for a while, or at least been sort of publicly sort of out there as an artist?
It was in 2012, and it was, when Tumblr was the thing. Like, it was very popular, and fandoms were all over the place. I don't know, Bat, you may know about this. But yeah, it was on the Tumblr fever thing, and I was quite popular back then, but it was all out of fun. Like, it was nothing serious. Years later, I started doing commissions, but it was just hanging with friends and being very, geeky. That's it. It was the thing. And I haven't done a live stream since then.
It seems like you've got a pretty cool life. I called you the other day just as to prep for for this, and you're kind of on the beach, looking really cool and relaxed. So I was just like, oh, a bit of that, please. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I have to appreciate the life I have, but then sometimes, we are artists, so we have to be super depressed sometimes. Why am I like this? I don't want to leave anymore, and things like that. Very dramatic, but yeah, when I'm okay, it's all good. Abby, is it okay if I change the colors? Because I wanted to change the colors, but I don't know if I should.
It's your artistic interpretation. I don't think anyone's going to complain if you put your own mark on it. So you go there.
Because I wanted to use like the palette. How do you say it?
Use the color.
The color palette.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Just do whatever you want to do. I'm sure it's going to look awesome. Rachel, are you?
I just have to plug in my iPad, so I'll be back in a second.
Maybe we should have had like someone put together a playlist for this or something.
Oh yeah, it would have been cool. Or maybe the dog, my dog thing here, barking all the time.
Yeah, that's quite fitting, isn't it? Anyway. So how long has it been since you sort of? Oh, it's happening! It's happening.
We have now.
Is this Paul doing this? I imagine it's Paul. He said, "Hell yeah!"
Okay, I have to say, it kind of sounds like porn music.
Porn music. Okay. I think it's like chilled beach vibes, but okay. You have what you hear. Rachel, did you used to be a tattoo artist, or are you currently a tattoo artist?
No, that's something that's crossed my mind many times, and I always get told I should get into tattooing.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that I don't know. It's a lot of I suppose at the beginning you're doing a lot of, what the client wants, so you can end up spending days drawing things that you're not really that interested in.
Yeah.
but it totally depends, I guess.
If I were
I've heard
you,
it's hard
I
work.
would do it because you have the style that is very unique and it looks so good for tattoos and things like that. I would do it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think just finding a way to get like an apprenticeship, and for me, I'm very specific about if I was to get an apprenticeship that I want it to be from a tattoo artist that I respect, and not just any old, tattoo shop. So there's a few really awesome artists here where I live that they do take on apprentices. So maybe I could, look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I love Calico Cat. She does tattooing. I love her work, so maybe I could message her sometime.
I don't actually have any tattoos, but I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I bet you guys have got loads, haven't you?
Yeah. And you wouldn't think, but all of mine are bright colors, like crazy colors. I've got no black and white tattoos. Yeah.
Oh, well, I actually only have just one here. This is my only one. And everyone's like, oh, you should get like, the sleeve and the legs and everything because it's like fitting to my personality. But I don't feel like it. If I did that, this one here would lose its meaning. Or that's how I feel.
Huh.
Fair enough.
Is that numbers I can see there?
What thing?
Is it numbers on your arm?
No, it's Cyrillic. The Russian alphabet.
Oh.
But it looks very ugly. Like the guy that did it didn't know what he was doing. But I guess I can do anything.
From what I can see, it looks pretty cool. I like how it's a little bit mysterious. It's like a hidden code or something.
Yeah, every time someone asks me what it says, I'm like, it says buy milk.
Buy milk?
And people believe it.
Oh, right. So it doesn't say that. Buy milk. Well, it is believable. I mean, there might be some quirky, personal story behind that no one else knows.
Paul, play music, please.
Music, yeah.
I didn't mean it. Please ignore me.
Well, there's 4 minutes to go until we hit the hour mark. I know we started a little bit late. So
that's crazy.
I know. I don't know how late we want to go because we started late, but definitely not going to finish this bad boy tonight.
Still just shading. So much shading.
Cool. The details, great.
I want to try and do this really, really quick.
I think Paul's showing us that we've got some bids. That's awesome. Yay. Thank you guys. To whoever's putting the bids on, thank you so much.
That's really cool.
Yay, music!
Oh, I think he's just messing with us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like this one.
I feel like I'm in one of those speed painting videos. So will this video be available for people to watch later on if they missed out on the live stream? I don't really know how live streams work.
I believe so.
Oh, cool. My husband's just messaging me. He couldn't watch. He really wants to be here.
Yeah, confirmed. Yes, it will be available.
Cool.
All right, guys, shall we see what we've got at the minute? I think we're going to wrap it up in a second. So
We're going to stop here.
it's looking so cool. I can definitely see where this is going to go based on your art.
That looks amazing.
I know.
Oh, now I want to bid on it.
I'm just going to buy all of her artwork.
Yeah.
What, my dog? Or
Yeah.
oh, okay. Thank you. It's because I'm focusing. You know, it's what I told you. When I'm drawing, I don't hear anything. It's like.
And Bart, what have you done so far? Let's have a little look. Just going to wrap it up in a second. I just
Really
so
good. I don't know if you can see that one.
It's so cool.
It looks so cool.
Look at that cigar,
Yeah,
that
getting
smoke.
there slowly.
It's going to be good. Well, just to sum
Love
up,
hearts.
we've made the 10K donation, as I said earlier, to She's the First Women's Charity. We've got a few bids already on the pieces, and we'll post the progress of the physicals as they develop. And the auctions close on August the 12th at 4 p.m. BST. So do keep bidding on those and keep checking our social media, our Twitter, because we're going to be posting updates on how it's going. So thank you for joining us, guys, and thank you so much, Ambo and Bat, for joining us and for raising money for charity today. Your artwork is amazing. I'm sure we're going to get some awesome bids on that. We already do have awesome bids on it.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for having me here. It's my first live stream, so yeah.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.